call them the E-Force of the Florida Keys. They're the officers of the Fish and Wildlife Commission, sworn to protect the environment and the people of Florida's most southern waters. Here's what you'll see on this episode of E-Force. Officer Sullivan rescues a trapped alligator.
I feel like he could lunge and take a bite.
Plus, how did one young man get thrown under the blades of a boat propeller?
That was no accident. One of those kids tossed him in the water.
If you lie to me during the investigation, you can actually go to jail.
And Officer Liz meets some men from England who love their fishing.
If the next thing's better than sex.
When you're living down in southern Florida, you get pretty used to seeing alligators. But when you got one in your backyard, that's when you call the E-Force.
On the job, radio daily is all I hear is alligator calls.
It's part of our job. It's part of what we have to do.
It looks like we just got a call here that they have an alligator stuck over here between some bamboo. And we got to go and take care of him and try to get him out of there. Apparently, he's been here since this morning, and he's wedged himself in there, so we're going to try and safely get him out of there.
Remember all your safety.
Yeah.
You can have an officer tap on his snout to get him to lift his head up, and then what you want to do is use like a lasso and just loop it around his head.
The scariest thing, I think, is when you're the head guy and you have to get the noose around the head, and that guy's just looking at you like, come on, make a move. You got to be careful, definitely, and you got to think about what you're doing, and that's important.
Take your catch pole.
This is a catch pole. This is for smaller gators, not for the big guys. You put this on a big guy, he can roll around and beat you over the head with this thing to death.
You're in no rush. No, gotta go behind.
Behind.
Right, behind and around an arm so you don't choke him.
This technique, going around the arm, is also actually beneficial for the animal. When you do this, you create a point to where you can't choke the animal out. There you go. Now that you have the head caught or tied up, you can go around and grab the tail and stretch him out the same way.
He's pretty tired.
Seems like he's gonna be mad.
The one advantage I have, though, is they have a brain the size of a walnut.
Meanwhile, out on the water, Officer Liz Reese meets up with some fishing folks.
As a conservation officer in the Keys, we're basically out here to make sure people are abiding by the fishing regulations that have been set up by the biologists and the researchers to allow us to have a sustainable fishery. How are you guys doing today? So you've been pulling some traps? Yeah. I heard the lobster were doing pretty good this year. I haven't heard about stone crab. Not so good, huh? I realized they had recreational stone crab traps on board. What do you have most success with for bait? Fish heads or fish
I
heads?
do pig rows at the OV. Every Saturday we use what's left of the pigs.
They were using fish heads and fish parts, you know, like carcasses, and they were also using, they said, pig parts, left over from a cookout kind of a thing.
I'm making the tip jar out of it.
Great. If the crabs want to eat on something, they generally just wouldn't gnaw on just a plain old bone like a dog. They need something nice and rank down there. These are some nice claws. I had my first stonings of the season just the other day, and boy, were they good. Well, it looks like you have a little hors d'oeuvre here so far, anyway. These are crabs. They're pretty much eat on anything. Pig's on Saturday. Saturday's a pig? All right, I'll be there for the pig.
They call me the Hammer.
They call Officer Chris Mattson the Hammer because he comes down hard on folks that break the law. But you'll see what's really most important to Chris is teaching folks a lesson.
Northbound 6321. 6321, just received a report of signal 4 with injuries.
Dispatch has got a report of a boating accident. It's got injuries, so. All right, guys, hang on. We pulled up to the scene at the canal. We had a concerned parent. He told me that kids were messing around and one had fallen in the water and gotten hit by the propeller on the boat.
He's got 3 drop marks right across the back.
Okay.
Damn lucky it's right on his backbone, too. These boys just don't realize how lucky they are.
Exactly. From what I gathered from the dad, there were some kids, they were messing around, and one of the kids got in the water and the boat was running and he put it in gear, and the kid went under the boat and it cut him on his back. And then the boat fled the scene. I think I saw them over here when we came in. So we're gonna see what their story is. If something happens where somebody's injured, even if it's just a scratch, you gotta take account for your actions. You can't just leave. Yep, that's gonna be that boat.
Coming up on E-Force.
Who threw him? Be honest.
The Hammer tries to nail down the truth.
If you lie to me during the investigation, you can actually go to jail.
Be mentally ready, jump on the alligator.
And the E-Force goes mano a mano with that alligator.
They have a lot of teeth.
Now here's something you're going to see only down in the Florida Keys. Officer Scott LaRosa loves showing off toilet seat cut.
I think it's hilarious. The legend here of toilet seat cut is that this used to be a much smaller channel, just a little ditch, and it had one piece of pipe sticking up to mark it. And there was an old feller that lived in Indian waterways that had a broken toilet at the house, and he wouldn't fix it because he was always out fishing. So his wife came out here with one of the neighbors one night and stuck the toilet seat up on the pipe. And the rest of it just followed from there. Now, over the years, it's become a popular spot for everyone to leave their toilet seat memento. And we're kind of weird about stuff like that.
Officer Chris Matson is searching for the boys who threw their pal overboard into the blades of the boat's propeller and then may have run away.
Yep, that's gonna be that boat. All right, guys, hang on, all right? Put your skiers in the boat, please. Let me ask you a couple things. What do you guys know about a boating accident? Somebody that got hurt today? The guy that got hit is in the hospital with cuts on his back. Okay, and I got 3 witnesses on the dock saying you guys just left. You guys need to be honest with me, because if you lie to me during the investigation, you can actually go to jail. Okay?
Yeah, we were in it.
You were in it?
Yeah.
You were involved?
Yeah.
There's a lot less drama, but a lot more laughs over at Officer Liz's patrol. She's making sure everyone's following the fishing rules.
There's a boat out here on the horizon. Looks like he's just getting set up for a day of fishing. We're just gonna go over there, give him a safety check, and see if he's got all his materials he needs, if he's caught any fish yet today.